Hey everyone, it's Keela here with another kit busting video. I'm still working with the September 2017 Mind the Scrap kit. This again is another short video. The layout came together really quickly. It's a very minimal layout, so there wasn't really much that I needed to do for it. So what I'm doing at the moment is I've pulled out two of my star punches. The blue one is from Hobbycraft, and I've got a really tiny star punch which I don't know where that's from. It's a very old one. I've punched out stars in the various colours of the papers, and now I've brought in my cardstock for my background. I have drawn a circle around a plate, and I'm now piercing my holes ready to do some hand stitching, which I do off camera. I use a white thread. It's very subtle, because like I said, this layout is very minimal, which it was inspired by one that I found on Pinterest. Now I'm just doing some navy blue splatters. I've covered where my stitching was just because I really didn't want to get the paint on the stitching. I don't show you all of that, I just show you a little bit of me doing it there. So now that the paint's dry, I did position all my stars. I forgot that I hadn't put the camera on. So now I'm just sticking all them down. I do pop the larger stars up on some foam, and the smaller stars I stick down with some of those sticky dots that I use to stick sequins down. It's really handy for little small things like that to stick them down rather than trying to use my tape because I don't have any wet glue. The photo I've chosen is one of my little boy when he was a baby. I'd gone into him one morning and he was just looking all cute in his cot. And I took the photo, and I think it works really well for this layout. I've picked some scraps from the paper to lay behind the photo. There wasn't enough paper left within the kit for me to back the full photo, so just to add some of the colours in the layout around the photo, I've just picked out a few scraps just to lay behind. I've now stuck down all the larger stars, and I'm just finishing off sticking down some of the smaller ones. And I'll just skip past that for you because obviously it's quite repetitive, so you don't want to see me stick down every single star. And I'm now just attaching the layers behind the photo. Embellishment wise, within this layout, I don't really use many embellishments because obviously the stars themselves act as embellishments, so I'll just add a few finishing touches with what's left of the embellishments, because now the kit is getting less and less. This is the fourth layout I've made using the scraps. It's getting to a point where there isn't really much left to choose from. So I also pop my photo up on some foam. This just creates a bit of dimension, some shadowing on the page. I really am happy with how this page turned out. I didn't use a lot. Like I said, it's very minimal, but I think it just looks really sweet. I've put a couple of the stars near the photo just to bring some of them round to that bottom corner. And now I'm going to start pulling in some of the embellishments, which I do use some of these enamel dots in the navy because they tie in really well with the colours. I found that the other layouts that I'd made were quite girly ones, and they were very pink and bright, and this one I just think is a completely different kind of layout but using the same kit. So I've added a few of those. I've also added some of the buttons from the Turn the Page sticker book. And for my title, I'm going to use this Hello piece from the carousel thickers. Again, the colour works really well with the colours on the page, so I thought that was perfect, and I popped that up on some foam as well. And that's more or less it. That's really all I've done. It's such an easy one to make. The longest part of it all was doing the hand stitching. And I'll come up now with some close-ups for you.